So another very frustrating weekend and an equally frustrating month ahead. So just when we thought there was a very small glimmer of hope, a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, momentarily that's been taken away. So incredibly frustrating, incredibly difficult. We're all feeling, I know, very angry, but we have to just keep on going and see our way through this. Very difficult. I know from speaking to many of you, trying to steer a business in these times is testing for everybody. I feel the same. I really do. It's, we don't have all the answers, but trying to do our utmost to make sure that we can service our customers, our members in this case, but also look after our people. And actually sometimes that is incompatible, but we have to try and do what we can. We are trying to support our members and we're trying to maintain the same level of service. Clearly, we have been impacted also. So we are not running every service that you may have received in the past. So please bear with us. We are prioritising our workloads. We're prioritising the activity we undertake, and that will keep on happening. But if I can help with anything, then you have my details. So please don't hesitate. I think just a couple of things I did want to pick up on from the announcements over the weekend. Clearly, furlough, as we all know now, has been extended. The JSS scheme, which was due to come in following furlough, that's now been delayed at the moment until December. That's when they're looking to introduce that again. But this month, we obviously have furlough. Whilst the furlough scheme is positive, I think most of us would have liked to have known about this some time ago so we could have planned accordingly. But the challenge, as we know, for a lot of agents, you need to keep staff on to manage customer service, manage the refunds and the rebooking. So taking advantage of furlough is in reality quite difficult, but it enables you where you can. If you have staff, where you have staff employed and you don't need them to, you don't need them in the business, you don't need them working, then you have the opportunity to furlough and claim under that scheme. I am, as you know, very active in the media, and this weekend was no different. We managed to get extensive coverage in the nationals and in the trade media. I took part in a Travel Weekly webcast yesterday and also published my thoughts and observations in a TTG column. So we'll keep on making sure that we can get as much profile as we can on the challenges. But it is difficult. It's very tough. Ultimately, this is a health issue. It's being driven by Public Health England, and that is the priority. And whatever we believe and whatever we think about it, that's what's driving the government's agenda. So we are unfortunately casualties on the back of their policy making decisions, and all we can do is keep voicing our opinions. Contacting your local MP, it's still absolutely worth doing that. And there's been a phenomenal response from members who have contacted the local MPs, and I'm in touch with a number of those. And we've just got to keep on championing that message, and why for the retail and business travel sector, it's incredibly difficult, and the nuances that presents. My advice would be is to keep your ask with your MPs very narrow. There are many issues, but actually, frankly, trying to get into all those, you'll lose their attention. So try to be very focused. My focus right now really is about an exit strategy. So we are where we are. We have to deal with the situation we're in, but actually clarity around what that plan is. What is the exit plan in the global task force? As I understand it, that is still happening, that's still taking place, and we're expecting imminently some announcements on the back of the initial workshops that have taken place. It's very likely, as being reported, that there is going to be a test and release, so a reduction of quarantine, not a complete release of quarantine, but a test and then release from quarantine at a period of time, probably likely to be around 7 days. So the initial indications are there would still be a quarantine period, but the new regime would reduce that. And that is a really important first step, and I'm sure you'll all agree with that. We know there's a huge amount of pent-up demand. We know that consumers want to travel, but quarantine is a major inhibitor of that. Clearly, once we're out of lockdown, then hopefully we will get back to some sort of opportunity to be able to sell to customers looking for a short break with the travel corridors, which I understand will still stay in place. So we will have travel corridors plus hopefully a test and release, and that say announcement we're waiting imminently, and the indications are that should be in place by beginning mid-December. But we will, as with everything changes so quickly, and there's no guarantees either. So we'll keep working very closely with all our coalition partners, and make sure that as and when we can, we will update you as closely as possible. So that's really it from me. Please stay positive. Please try to. I want to say keep smiling. Probably difficult to do that for us all right now, but we absolutely must. We are viable businesses. We are a really important industry, and whilst right now it feels that nobody cares and no one's listening, we will come through this. We'll get through this, and we will show the sector how important the travel industry is, and also how important both the TMC and the retail agent is to the economy, but also to business and the community. So please keep well, keep safe, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.